guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing the number one thing that we learn when purchasing land in Puerto Rico. I'm so excited to share this video with you. If you haven't checked out my last video of the two things that you need to know when starting out the process of purchasing land in Puerto Rico, definitely do that. If you're new here, I make Mommy Monday videos. I talk about luxury goods and I do self-care. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Let's get into it, guys. So the number one thing that we realized during this process, this 3-year-long process of trying to buy land in Puerto Rico, is that you have to have a good lawyer. You gotta have somebody to fight for you, honey. Because having a good lawyer in Puerto Rico is very important, guys, because it's a different beast. It's a different playing field than in the States, the mainland. Even though Puerto Rico is a territory and a part of the United States, their real estate laws are still under when they were conquered by Spain. So don't think that you're going to get the same type of paperwork, things that are legal there. Yeah, a lawyer, a good lawyer. And I'm going to share with you guys in the description box an amazing lawyer, Attorney Lopez. She has reviews online. She's amazing. She's young. She speaks English. Being African American, married to a Puerto Rican man who doesn't speak Spanish, you need to have someone who can translate legal documents for you and tell you the legal things you need to know in layman's terms. Because yeah, like, Attorney Lopez is amazing. Having a great attorney, you need it, you need it, you need it. Like, that need to be like something that is very important to you guys, because the things that we ran into in these 3 years of trying to purchase property in Puerto Rico, yeah, would have never dealt with that type of thing here in the States. But they say anything that is worth having is worth fighting for. So yeah, guys, we're so excited. When we found out we needed a great attorney, and when I found out that God brought me the best attorney I could have ever had, we found out in a very startling way, because you're on cloud 9. You're about to purchase property in a place that sets you up for retirement, and to run into the legal things that we ran into is just like such a slap in the face. Like, it's just so devastating, a blow. And so guys, like I mentioned in the last video, the first place we ever put an offer in on, which was in Arecibo, it was 2 acres of land, and we were getting everything for the option contract. We negotiated the price point. We didn't have a real estate agent for that process. Wasn't really needed. It's 2 acres. It's under 50,000. They were, we came to negotiations for, and we were excited. It was in Arecibo, one of the places that we loved, near a beach that we were excited about. The kids loved it. The food was amazing in the town. And so I asked my attorney for pictures of the land and just a survey of the land to see exactly, because it was 2 acres, of how the land was laid out. And that was the question that took us down the loophole, finding out that the person that was selling the land only legally owned 1 acre of the land. and then there was a house next door that he owned that house, and they owned one of his acres. Did he know this? No. Did they know that? No. But by me asking, which is very uncommon, my attorney told me, we found that out. So guys, if you're purchasing property in Puerto Rico, you need to have an attorney that is going to do their due diligence. And I asked that question, to be honest. I don't know. It was just a question that I just was like, I would love to see the layout of the land. 2 acres of land. I want to just see it on, the survey of it. And I would say that was God. Because to be honest, it wasn't anything that I learned or was something that was truly important to me. But it ended up being the deal breaker for us purchasing this land and saving us a headache in the future. So I asked her for that layout of the land, and she came back, and what she came back with, she was even stunned. She said she called her mentors and people that she's dealt with, other attorneys, to see if this is common. But yeah, the people in the registrar of Puerto Rico mixed up the names of the land and legally gave this person one of their acres, and then the other person who we were purchasing from owned the house next door. And we were so excited, guys. We had spent a month in Puerto Rico looking at property and really trying to find an area that was best for us, and thinking that this was it, that the search was over. We had already been 2 years in, looked at so many places, called a million real estate agents, and we were thinking that it was over, that we were going to get to a place where we can start this journey. And coming into that type of thing, we just really were it was hard. Excuse me guys with the background noise. Like I said, I live on the most busiest street in New Jersey. Guys, find a good lawyer in Puerto Rico, because lawyers in Puerto Rico do so many things. If you want a notary, lawyers are the only ones that can do a notary in Puerto Rico. They have to go through more schooling than most attorneys here in the States, because they have to know the laws of Spain when they were conquered by Spain. They have to know the new laws of being a territory and of the United States, inheritance laws. There's so many things that attorneys in Puerto Rico have to know, and I take my hat off to them, because wow, and she told me that none of her friends, no one has ever ran into anything like this. Guys, the process in Puerto Rico is so crazy when I tell you that people have been living on land for 20 and 30 years, and you can sell it. Legally sell something that isn't technically yours in the registrar, like the government system, or in the CRIM for taxes. People have not paid taxes on land ever. There's so many things in Puerto Rico that I'm like, this is like the Wild Wild West. Oh my God. But it's such an amazing island, guys. It's just very different, and you have to really do your due diligence legally if you just want to sleep good at night, especially being here in the States and having this property that for us is kind of like our retirement, and that is our future, and we run into headaches like that just No. God knew. And so guys, I'm sharing this with you. You have to have a good attorney. I'm going to have Attorney Lopez information down in the description box. I'm going to have reviews for her of other people that have used her. If you Google attorneys in Puerto Rico, her name comes up in the number. And I was able to find her, thank God, not even knowing how amazing she was. Called so many attorneys, guys, and she answered my phone call, called me back. She's answered me on, even with the process of purchasing our property in Vega Baja, we didn't really need an attorney for that process because of the fact that it was owned by a bank and just some other things. It was a foreclosure, which was wow. Got such a great price point. I'm gonna get into that in another video for you guys. This is such an unknown area that we didn't have anyone that we could talk to who's done it. Biggest thing that I would say when you're going through the process of purchasing land in Puerto Rico, I'm going to share with you guys some video of the property that we purchased. It already has papaya trees and limes and plantain growing on the land. It was heaven sent, but finding a good attorney is very important, guys. You have to make sure that the title and everything matches up in the CRIM. Two places, the CRIM and the registrar. Make sure that everything is good with that, and that your attorney is running that title search. They do run title search, making sure that the name of the person who's selling the land to you matches up in those systems. You have to do that, guys. It is very important. And when you look up the land, making sure that everything maps up, the amount of land that you're purchasing adds up as well. I hope that you found this video helpful, guys. I'm going to be making more videos about this. There's so much that we've learned over the 3 years of trying to purchase land in Puerto Rico. We finally did. We are landowners in Puerto Rico, 8 acres of land in Vega Baja. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget this video, thumbs up, share it with a friend, comment below, ask me anything. I feel like I can go get a real estate agent. I feel like I can go get a license in Puerto Rico and sell real estate with all the information that I've learned. All right, guys, so I hope you find it helpful. Until next time, have a great day, guys. Thank you.